Hi everybody, how are you? My name's Kelly and I run sheepdreamery.com. It is a hand-dyed yarn store and you can visit it at sheepdreamery.com, and you can visit me on Twitter at sheepdreamery. You can visit me on Facebook at sheepdreamery. You can be my friend on Ravelry on sheepdreamery. You can be my friend. Oh, no. I have it mixed up. Basically, I am Sheep Dreamery everywhere. Everywhere. And I was going to save this for the last thing, but I'm so excited. I'm just going to talk about it right now. My cowl pattern is, okay, so if you go to Ravelry and you click where it says patterns, wait, I'm gonna go back and say exactly how it goes. Okay, so you click on the tab that says patterns, right? And then down where it says hot right now, if you click on the link that says browse patterns in this order, okay, you click on that. Come on. And when you click on that, hot right now, my cowl pattern. I am so happy. This is my first design ever, and I am thrilled. It's not number one, but that's okay. That's okay. I wasn't expecting anything like this. So I'm really excited and I'm really happy. Okay. I'm so psyched. I'm so psyched. And I've got a piece of hair in my mouth now. That is just so awesome. I'm so happy. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit, because, I don't know, everything's weird. I'll have to explain what's going on back there in a little bit. Actually, you can kind of see it right now. Okay. Wait. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Kelly. I'm known online as Sheep Dreamery. I dye yarn. I write patterns. And it's a great day. Today is March 20th. It is my great-grandmother's birthday. She died in 1996. But I still think of her on her birthday. So, yeah, my purple colorway that is named Eleanor is named after her. And they called her Ellie. And so that's part of the reason why my name is Kelly. It's because my great-grandmother's nickname was Ellie. The more you know. Okay. So, I'm going to sit up straight and proud. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So, today is March 20th, and this is Videocast number 18. And, let's see, I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, and today it is sunny and 35 degrees out, and it's 10:30 in the morning. And I'm not a morning person. I am not chipper right now because I love mornings. Not even close. I've just been up since yesterday. The joys of insomnia. Oh, I just realized I had my air filter on, and that that kind of makes it hard for people to hear stuff. I apologize. I'm gonna turn my music down just a little bit. But I need my music on to help me chill out today. So, if you are new to my podcast, welcome, and I hope you stick around. Sometimes I talk for half an hour, sometimes I talk for an hour. It just depends. And if you're new to knitting videocasts and things like that, it really varies with how much people will do. I try to do mine on a weekly basis. I'm doing this one a day late. I usually try to do them on a Tuesday, just because I think that's the most boring day at work for people. And I want to entertain. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to talk about are charities today. Okay, so Miss Lauren of the Lemknit Crochet podcast is raising money in memory of her friend Josh, who died from a very rare disease. And for every $5 that you donate to the Histiocytosis Foundation, you are put into an entry. You're put into an entry to have your name drawn at random, and there's a possibility that you could win a skein of yarn from me. And I've shown this a few times, but I'll show it again. This is, it's Glitz, and this is Katniss. It's orange, red, yellowy, gold, and a little bit of pink. Just a little bit of pink. Just a little bit of pink. And it's on It's Glitz, so it sparkles. So if you've been thinking about donating to a charity for any reason, here's one reason. I'm going to talk about something else that is also a charity type thing. This month is Endometriosis Awareness Month, and Knit Me Happy is also a podcaster, and she also has her own Ravelry group, and she is hosting a knit along. You can make anything with the color yellow in it. It needs to be 50% yellow, and then if you participate in that, she's going to do a drawing, and you'll have a chance to win any skein of yarn in my shop. And Endometriosis Awareness Month is very important to me. I have endometriosis. It is not fun. And I had a really bad scare last month. If you're unaware of what endometriosis is, you wind up being very, very crampy, and you will bleed heavily. You will bleed so much in so many embarrassing ways. And last month, I had a really bad scare because of my bleeding, and I went to the emergency room, and I got a new doctor, and she's a very smart woman, and she has put me on Listetta, which is an acid that kind of helps things not get as funky. But there needs to be more research into why women get this in the first place. Nobody really knows for certain what it is. There are some websites out there that are kind of sketchy, and they'll say things like it's from the pesticides that are in tampons and maxi pads and things like that. There could be a slight hint of truth to that, but I don't think you need to start scaring people with those kinds of things. Make sure you have a whole lot of proof before you say things like that. So there definitely needs to be more information discovered. And hopefully there will be a cure. For now, I just have to cope with it. And most of the time, the way that I cope with it is by just curling into a ball and crying until it goes away. Um, it's it's extremely painful. It's terribly painful. Um, so, anyway, I hope that maybe if you're looking for a knit along to do, you'll participate in it. Just knit something with 50% yellow or crochet. I'm pro crochet. I do have the crochet class on Craftsy with Vicky Howell, and I'm not doing well yet, but also I haven't put a lot of effort into doing well, basically. Um, so that is another charitable type thing to do. And let's see, for funsies, I don't know if she's closing it today or not. Actually, let me go look real quick. Sock Bunny Knit and Fit. Oh, I already have the page up. Let's see. She said she was going to be closing it soon, but she hasn't yet. Sock Bunny Knit and Fit. She also has a podcast, and she's also a dyer, and she's very sweet. She's having a science fiction knit along, crochet along. Just knit something that's related to science fiction, and then she's going to have a giveaway, a drawing, and oops, where'd it go? One of the things that you can win is this skein of yarn. This is Nebula. Let's see if I can get it closer. It is wild. Yes, it's wild. It's very variegated. But just like my cowl is very variegated. I created my cowl in the first place as something that people could knit with variegated yarn, and you could show off the colorway and still have a bit of fun to what you've done. So, Nebula, Sock Bunny Knit and Fit. Somebody's winning it. This is like my favorite part right here. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, this is in my chop tank. This is in worsted. So you would be able to knit the cowl with that. This one I actually knit with a DK yarn, but my 3 test knitters all knit theirs with worsted. So the last thing I'm going to talk about for giveaway charity type things is Katie from Knitting on the Fly. That's her podcast, and she's known as Jet Girl 1313. She is going to be running in a marathon in Minnesota, and it's called the Oyster Race, and she's going to be running with her cousin, and their team is called Crazy Cousins with 2 Ks, and they are running for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Make-A-Wish Foundation is very important to me. I don't have. My cousin Nicholas was born when I was 7, and he was born with cystic fibrosis. And he was the closest thing to a little brother I had. Cystic fibrosis affects your lungs the most. Lungs, and then pancreas, liver. Most people with cystic fibrosis don't live past the age of 40. He died when he was 30, 31. No, he was 30. Um, so, because he had cystic fibrosis, he would be in the hospital for long periods of time. Like twice a year, he would have to go in for a very long time, and they would give him extra treatments and things like that because his body would get so worn down that he needed to build his strength back up for a while. And like they'd come in and beat on his back, and they did a lot of terrible stuff. But um, we would visit him as much as we could when he was in hospitals near us. Um, Somebody keeps sending my husband texts, and he's on the iMac in the other room, but it's distracting me to see it pop up on my screen. Um, so, Nick was a very important part of my life. He was actually with me when I went into labor with my youngest son. We were actually at the Smithsonian, and he was getting treated at Bethesda Naval Hospital. So I was in labor, and we took the red line back to the hospital to drop him off, and then we drove to Baltimore for me. And I was in labor on the red line, and I was not doing well. And people were like, "Girl, get off right now." And I couldn't get treated at Bethesda Naval Hospital because I was not military. So it all worked out. He's healthy, he's fine. But when we couldn't be with Nick, he was so bored, and he spent a lot of time playing video games. But one of the bright spots was when people would come to visit, and by people I mean celebrities. He got to meet Michael Jordan. He got to meet Cal Ripken. He got to meet all of his heroes. He got to have the opportunity to take a limousine to an Orioles game. And it was all part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation that he got a chance to do all of these things. So it's very close to my heart because I do know how much they do for kids and how much it just brightened up his day. And I think when you're born with a death sentence, I mean, we're all born with a death sentence, but when you're born with a disease that basically says you've got this much time, you have to kind of get past your disease and try to live as much of the life as you can while you have it. Try not to squander it. Try to get a lot of fun out of it. So, okay, sad time's over. I'm gonna get a sip of water. If you can hear my music and you're wondering what I'm listening to, it's Prizefighter Inferno. That is Claudio Sanchez's own little project band. Okay, so what's on my needles? Well, I just talked about knitting for Rachel's endometriosis knit along, and this is, I was thinking about knitting a hat, and then I decided, no, I'm gonna make a Penelope, the empathetic monster, because, like I said, when I have cramps and I'm just balled up, I just want to squeeze onto something to kind of take the pain away. So once I have her knit up, she'll be for me. I'll try not to punch her in the face, because it gets bad. So I'm doing that. This is brown sheep in, let's see, is that oatmeal? Yeah, oatmeal and then sunflower yellow. Okay, and then the other thing I'm knitting, I showed you last week. Oh, sorry about that. I showed you last week, and I've made a little bit of progress. I could make some more, but I had a very stressful weekend. So, anyway, this is my daybreak by Mr. Patterns by Mr. West, and the yarn is my yarn. It's 2 new yarn bases that I'm trying out, and the green is a high twist, and the pink is just a regular, but they're both single ply yarns, and I really enjoy knitting with single ply yarns in the first place. I love Noro. I think if you don't love Noro, then you might not be a fan of this. It also feels a little bit like Chroma knit picks, but not as squeaky, if you know what I mean. And this is super wash, so you don't have to worry about it pilling up quite as much or felting. So that is that. And I'm doing this for the Knit Along for Stockinette Zombies. So, wait, did I show one with a pink line? Yeah. So it's turning out pretty good. I am excited. Okay. Let's see. Daybreak Penelope. And I did finish one item. Gosh, it feels like I finished this forever ago. And now I'm thinking, did I show it last week or not? Because I seriously can't remember. But this is my turtle. Lauren Lemnit Crochet asked Susan Claudino, No Knit Sherlock, to design a pattern that everyone could knit to also kind of join in on the fun of fundraising for her. And it's a really great pattern. It is so cute. It's so cute. The head is floppy. That is my fault. It's not the pattern's fault. And there's pipe cleaners for in here, so it's not child-proof. But I don't have a child that's gonna choke on a turtle tail, so it's all good. And this is my worsted chop tank yarn, and one is in Turtle Time. I think that's what I called it. And then this is Taste the Rainbow. So that's what I finished. And I entered it in Nerd Wars because they had a challenge for water. You had to do something that had to do with water. And turtles live in water. They rely on being in warm waterways to be comfortable. And this turtle's stinking cute. And I could just push on this part all day. Oh, and then on Community, because I'm on Team That's What She Said, and Team That's What She Said is devoted to shows that have been on NBC that were sitcoms. So, on the show Community, a turtle's been featured many times. So, turtle. I love this pattern. Okay. What else? Show off turtle. Show some yarn. I've been dyeing up a lot of yarn lately, but I still need to take pictures of it and then put it on Etsy. So I'm just going to show you a couple colorways. This is, okay, this is lighter than the turtle. So this is just, if you decide that you want to knit a turtle and you want turtley colors, I've got some of these. I don't know what I'll name this yet. We'll have to think. Let's see. And then this one I don't really have a name for yet. It reminds me of irises. And I mean iris, the flower. Let me see. There's, there we go. There's hints of pink and green, but it's mainly a purpley blue. I think it's really interesting. See? And then I am a big fan of this one. I might have to rescan it for people who are scared of chunks of color. I know some people are. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna work out. This is Surf and Sand, or Sand and Surf, because color of sand and just a lovely surfy color. It was a cloudy day when I came up with the colorway. It was cloudy, and I wanted something to brighten up the room for a little bit. Okay, let's see what else we got. This has already been named. This colorway is, yes, hot pink, purple, blue, and then kind of a yellowy white. And it's called My Little Brony. So it's fun. That's what I like to do, is knit fun colorways. And then let's see. This one, no name, but it reminds me of Sweet Tarts. Except a little bit darker, maybe. We'll see. So I'm still thinking of a name for it. Maybe I already came up with a name for it, and I just don't remember. Let's see. And then for the goth types, there we go. That's like perfect. Okay. It's just purple and black, but there's a whole lot of people out there that love making purple and black monsters. So people are always loving the purple and black. So no name for it yet, but there will be pictures. And people also love green. So there's a minty green that goes into a Kelly green and an emerald green. Did you know that emerald green is the color of the year? It is. Now you know. Let's see. Wait. Okay. And then I might actually keep these for myself. But I also need money. So I am a huge, huge fan of the movie Wreck-It Ralph. Huge fan. If you've seen it, you might already know what I've named this. And for the people who don't know, I'm going to pull it up on my iPad very quickly. That is Vanellope von Schweetz. and that is her outfit. And she's adorable, and I just love her. She's like my favorite Disney character right now, which is saying a lot because it's been Tinkerbell for years and years and years and years. It's been Tinkerbell. I've had Tinkerbell ornaments and all kinds of Tinkerbell things, but she won me over. So this colorway is Vanellope because I love that girl. You need to watch that movie if you haven't watched it yet. It's great. It's great. Okay, and then the last one, I'm also going to show you a picture for. If this is your first time watching, you may not be aware, but I am a huge, huge fan of Coheed and Cambria. And so this colorway is based on their album cover. This is for Ascension that came out in October. So that's the Afterman. They're keeping him alive for a while. So this colorway is the Afterman. It's an orangey colorway that goes into aqua. Let me just hold it still for a minute. Let's see. It's a little bit greener than how it's coming out, but I've been thinking about doing this kind of colorway for a while, and I kept forgetting to do it, and I remembered to do it, so here it is. And I think this is also a good kind of neutral colorway for monsters if you're going to make monsters. So that's that. All right, now we're going to do some quick enabling, and I do mean quick. Last week, I got a heads up that the Loopy U was selling their Wollmeise, and I happened to get some. And this is my first time ever getting wool mice. And I don't know that I'm ever going to knit with it. Let's see. I have Aspen Tree and Neptune in Pure. And I am just like, do you see how tightly they skein their yarn? It is, these are like, half chubs. They are sturdy. I mean, this is German precision engineering here. They have really, I mean, these things could stand up on their own. And, you know, then here's my floppy American one. It's embarrassing to, like, look at how awesome and tight their skeins are, and then look at mine. I'm, like, embarrassed. Like, I feel like I need a session with some Germans to work on my 90-degree angles and skein my yarn tighter. So, anyway, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it yet. This colorway is, like, really neat. It's like beige into green into navy into gold. It's really cool. And so I kind of want to unscan it just so that I can figure out how they did it. But at the same time, like, I'm just so amazed at how stiff this is that like I want to keep it as an example in my mind of things I could do better. Um, so this is my reminder. um, okay, so I showed that, and I've been talking an awful lot about the London Crochet charity. I realized that, and I bought a bag from Birdleg Bags. She purchased fabric that was made with the turtle, and I have to tell you, I am so like amazed with this boxy bag. Um, she is selling them for $25 and then donating $5 of each sale to the charity. So buying the bag is for a good cause, right? We won't talk about my bag addiction. I have one coming in the mail. And I'm excited about it, but I have some explaining to do. But let me see if I can get it. Come on. Look at the little smiley face. It's a little turtle. It's a little tiny turtle. And it is smiling. It is adorable. It is adorable. And then inside the bag, just some polka dots. Polka. And then I do have a project in here. Wendy Sillyfrew gave me some of her granny's yarn, and this is part of a snuggle. So yes, I am knitting with it. It's just taking forever for me to get done. But this bag is awesome, and so like I had no idea there was going to be a little tiny turtle on there. That like thrilled me, like just excited me. And then she also included a button. Turtle. So I think that's adorable. I love it. I was totally not expecting that. So I love it. I love it, Vicky. And then there was one other thing that she sent, and I was like, oh my gosh. She actually sent. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. She actually sent Post-it notes to me. And I'm using them. I'm using them right now. I forgot to tell you people. I'm gonna run a deal. After I get all of this Chop Tank yarn pictured and put up on Etsy, if you buy a skein of Chop Tank yarn, you will be getting a surprise in your order. I'm not telling you what it is, because then it wouldn't be a surprise. That's what my mother would tell you. So. Okay. Let's see. Woolmeist, German Precision, Turtle Bag. My cowl is on the first page of hot right now, knitting patterns. Actually, I'm going to go look and see if it still is. My internet's slow. Hurry up. Oh, boo. It's back to page 2. But it was on page 1 for just a little bit. And that's like awesome. So, oh, so exciting, so exciting. Okay. Talked about that. I'm going to take a sip of water. That was more than a sip, I apologize. Let's see. And I'm just going to talk real quick about my upcoming plans. I am going to Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. I may have mentioned this before. I'm not staying in any hotels because I grew up in Maryland, and it would be silly, absolutely silly, for me to stay in a hotel. So I don't know when I will be going into Maryland and when I will be leaving. I will also be growing my business while I'm out there. So I'm excited about that. Somebody presented me with an opportunity and I have to take it. No, I will not be selling any yarn in a stall. That is in my future plans a few years out. But no, not this year. But I'm very excited to go to Maryland Sheep and Wool. This will actually be my first year that I go. I have not been able to go because it always falls on my son's birthday weekend. And my son's more important. I live in Ohio right now, and for the past almost 21 years, I've wanted to be with him on his birthday. But this time I am going to go out to Maryland because he's going to be 21. I'm sure when I get back he's going to want me to take him to dinner and things like that because he's a vegan, so he's always looking forward to a good vegan meal at a restaurant. I'm sorry, I'm going to take one more sip of water. Can you hear the song? It's called Elm Street Loverboy, and it's actually about Nightmare on Elm Street and Johnny Depp's character. And it's Johnny Depp's character singing to his girlfriend in the movie, whose name is Nancy. And I think that's just so cool. So, okay, so where was I? Maryland Sheep and Wool. Because my hometown is in Maryland, I will be at Maryland Sheep and Wool on both days, but I don't know how much extra socializing I'll be able to do with people, mainly because when I get back to my hometown, my parents are divorced, so I will need to spend time with both of my parents, and I also need to see all of my friends from high school. They're actually having our 25-year reunion this year. 25 years. I think we're all still babies. We're not ready for this world. Totally unprepared. So I can't make a whole lot of plans except to say, yes, I'll be at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I hope to meet everybody that's going to be there. I'm looking forward to that. And then in June, I will be going to Rochester, Minnesota for the Stockinette Zombies retreat, and I'm looking forward to that. I will not be having a roommate. I will be having a room to myself because I get weird at night. Nobody needs to be around that. And nobody really needs to be around me in the morning either. I'm not good to be around when I wake up. And I would hate to inflict that on a random person sleeping in a room with me. Nobody deserves that. So, um, I'm excited about that. And for the rest of today, I am going to be dyeing up my yarn on the new bases, and I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna get that done. And actually, I might do my recording on Sunday, because Passover starts on Monday, right? With the Fast of the Firstborn. I already sent a text. And also, my Kroger does not have matzah crackers. So, I live on the wrong side of town. There's plenty of fish fries going on. But my Kroger, that's down the street, does not, I guess I'm their only Jewish customer. Who knows? So, it's just silly. But, and I gotta tell you, this cow is so squishy. I like it. So, the last thing I want to talk about really quick is that I love the internet and I love you guys. I am really overwhelmed with people who have supported me, especially over the weekend. Some bad stuff went on, and I don't really want to get into it. It was like breaking up with a boyfriend who didn't deserve you in the first place. But I was really fortunate to have people stick up for me on Twitter and Ravelry. So I really appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It's really great when something bad goes down and the crafting community has your back. So thank you all so much with that. And I'm staying positive, and we're moving on, right? So anyway, I'm going to, well, first I'm going to dye my yarn, and then I'll just take pictures of all of it and put it on Etsy. So later this week, I'll put a reminder up in my group. I do have a group on Ravelry. It's called Dreamery. It's 2 words, not 1 word. Join in. Chit chat with people. It's really quiet in there. And I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm so busy that I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of deep thinking for writing online. But, oh, also, check out my shirt. How awesome is that? I love it. So anyway, I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you Sunday at some time. Yeah. Okay. You all have a great week, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.